And welcome back into Charlotte, the location for ACC kickoff. We're going to be live here throughout the day here on The Drive with Tim Donnelly on 99.9 The Fan. Joining us now, LaMiles Brooks, safety, Georgia Tech. First of all, thank you for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
Second of all, there's some high praise out there for you coming into this year. 6'2", 192-pound defensive back, flying around, come back with the most productive PFF grades on the team and all of that. With yourself being your toughest critic, what do you want to improve on coming into this year and heading into another season with Georgia Tech?
Just the way I approached the game. I feel like that was what benefited me the most last year, my approach and my preparation. So just, stacking on top of that, it got me to where it got me last year. Hopefully it can get me even farther this year.
And with that kind of preseason hype comes some whispers about some NFL interest. Are you thinking of it as an audition even to do some of those things you just mentioned and make sure everybody knows what you bring to the table for the next level?
In a sense, but kind of how I try to look at things right now. Everything's about the team. And everything I try to do is for my team and my teammates, my coaches, things like that. So in a sense, it is an audition, but I'll get there when I get there.
LaMiles Brooks, safety, Georgia Tech, connecting with us live here at ACC Kickoff. The other thing that's very interesting, and this is a very 2023 question, right? If you played football 10 years ago, you didn't have to answer this. But when there's a new coaching regime, and I know that Coach Key was at the interim last year, but obviously it's a transition, a lot of new coaches on the staff. When the portal is so prevalent, why stay at Georgia Tech?
Opportunities that I benefit from outside of football. I've been afforded a lot of opportunities, to go to Ireland, community service opportunities, Washington, D.C. for ACC Unity Tour, things like that. The illustrious degree that I'll be receiving here in December, things like that. For me, it was bigger than football.
Congratulations on
Thank you.
being on track to get that in December. To go back to Coach Key kind of taking over, what's the biggest difference between the program as it was under the previous regime and what it's becoming now under Coach Key?
I would say the attention to details. He's preaching us being focused on the little things. The little things add up over time, whether that's positively or negatively. So I'd probably say the little things, and then as well as the fire and desire that myself as well as my teammates have while playing under him and things like that. It's something I've never seen before, and it's amazing to be a part of.
LaMiles Brooks, safety, Georgia Tech, connecting with us here at ACC Kickoff. A lot of hype this year in the ACC around some of the quarterbacks, whether the ones returning or the ones that are taking over. There just seems to be a little bit more sizzle for the quarterbacks. As a defensive back, and some of them are on your schedule, by the way. As a defensive back, what does that do for your motivation? What are you trying to establish once the season begins?
I look at it depends on who the quarterback is, to be honest. I kind of try to prepare the same for each guy and things like that based on, their offensive coordinator, how they run things. It's an amazing opportunity to be able to face these quarterbacks this season. A lot of them will be in the NFL at some point and things like that. So in a sense, that's kind of my audition, things like that. Seeing how I fare up against, great quarterbacks as well as great receivers and offensive coordinators.
This is live, The Drive, from ACC Kickoff here in Charlotte on 99.9 The Fan. I played college football, and I contend that nobody knows the quarterbacks on the team better than the defensive backs that go up against them.
Right.
We're talking 7-on-7 in the offseason, which I'm sure you've done a ton of. We're talking spring ball. We're talking everything going on. Your quarterback situation is one that's going to get a lot of scrutiny this preseason. Give me, not like a ranking or anything like that, but give me the breakdown of styles. Like, what are these guys bringing to the table?
They both bring a great arm, obviously. They wouldn't be playing quarterback. The mindset that both of them have is tremendous. Haynes coming in from A&M, he's had some experience and things like that. But honestly, the love that they have for each other is something I've never seen before. Two quarterbacks, obviously they play the same position and things like that, trying to get on the field. It's different. And, they'll both be on the field this year and things like that, so it'll be exciting to see both of them.
Once again, that was LaMiles Brooks, safety, Georgia Tech, rising junior, contributor on the defense over there for him. LaMiles, thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.